And welcome to the Glacially Musical Podcast that is beer, metal, and swearing. Of course, I'm Nick Cameron, the founder of Glacially Musical. Excuse me, joined by my good friend, the Raging Cajun, Don De La Tour De La Mont. How we doing? And of course, Keefy Cheese Whiz. Everybody good? Good. The Glacially Musical Beer of the Week is Arrogant Bastard. The departments are the Greeting, Beer Check, Vinyl Check, News Check, Shirt Check, Meat of the Day, which this week is Dio, Holy Diver. What you got, Don?
All right, let's see. I am rocking in memory of the fallen Bobby Weir. I am rocking a Dogfish Head Craft Brewery Grateful Dead Juicy Pale Ale.
I hope you
So
enjoy that.
I am very, very both. I'm sure it's gonna taste like pot and uh summer lot sweat. So anyway, let's do this. Oh, all right. Finger fudge pour. Ah, look at that. Beautiful. I almost said something bad, but I didn't because we got 5 minutes and 40 seconds left. All righty. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Nice work. I am drinking a guess what? Liquid death.
Thirder, you're immersed.
Murder your thirst. Cheers.
Cheers, everybody.
Here, gentlemen.
Happy Wednesday.
My vinyl check is a 1 for this week. I'm still confused by this mic. This week I am rocking the MC Lars Fear of a Blockchain Planet.
That's hilarious.
That's actually pretty fucking good, to be honest.
It's got a cool green. It's the Earth Marble Swirl. That's what he calls it anyway. It's actually, yes, of course, it is a parody of Fear of a Black Planet. And he was wondering, he wondered if the concept was insensitive. So he ended up asking Public Enemy. I think he tweeted it, Chuck D. It's not like they're friends. And Chuck D's like, no, that's great. Go ahead and do it. So that's what it is. Don, what do you got? Don, you're muted.
I said I don't really have anything new this week, but I do have some obsessions for this week, and this was my big one was Hellsingland Underground, which is an absolutely fantastic kind of a classic rock sounding band out of Sweden. It's a bunch of old dudes like us, so it's pretty great and pretty great. Good looking bunch of guys, if you can tell. Like, probably like I could be in this band. So. And then on top of that, I am rocking my OG pressing of Holy Diver that I bought when I was in sixth grade. And
Holy Diver is actually the one from this series I don't have. I haven't come across one at a price I'm willing to pay for it.
Do you have one of these?
No, I've had it in my hands. I should have bought it, but I didn't.
This is actually it's autographed to me but from Craig Goldie. It says, "To my dear brother Don, dare to dream." He was inspiring me when he knew I was making my album. So that was what I had. So those are my record checks and I'm loving it.
That's wild. I have a photo with Craig Goldie and Wendy Dio, but I don't have anything personalized to me from a member of Dio.
I got to meet him when they did the Dio, was it the Dio Forever? Dio Returns, the hologram
The
thing?
hologram. Yep, I
Yeah.
do too.
Which, by the way, people shot on it, dude.
I
thought
loved
that
it.
was pretty good. I fucking loved it. Oh, shh.
Yeah, you fucked up. That's your fault.
2 minutes and 50 seconds. But anyway, I thought it was fantastic. I know it got hated on a lot, but I still think that was one of the best concerts I've seen.
If you guys were bigger Anthrax fans, we could be like, Joey fucked up, Don fucked up. Do a chant.
Everybody say Joey. Dude, I know that. I'm the man EP.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine.
Everybody
I would
say
like a
Joey
copy of
fucked up.
that.
Would you? I'm not sure.
Very much so.
Well, luckily, you two Heckle and Jekylls didn't have an extensive check because I got a 3-4, mofos.
Oh, fuck
But
yeah.
very cool stuff there, Don. I have
thank
some
you.
Dio stuff, and none of it's here in California, unfortunately. But that's fine. I'm not having Dio FOMO. But what I do have for my 3-4, you might. My headphone is fucking up too. I can't hear myself. Okay, great. You might be familiar with Andy, formerly of the now disgraced band Lord from Australia. And Andy does quite a large service of vinyl and CD sales from Australia with pretty good prices on shipping. So he has the Andy Social Podcast, which I don't know if he's still doing, and he has Andy Social
Actually, Andy,
Records.
friend of the show.
Is he? Has
Yeah,
he been
like
on?
yes.
Was I
Or
here?
maybe it was just the Instagram.
Hold on a second.
Either way, friend of the show.
There we go. Friend of the show, Andy. So he's a good dude. And I always wanted to buy something from him. And again, I made a bunch of prodigious purchases around Christmas and New Year's. So hopefully the chaser we'll do next will be a trauma dump. I've been holding back and I'm about to bust. But anyway, I got a little thank you card. Keith, thanks, mate. Enjoy the tunes and hope you're well. 050126. It is not May. It is January. But I know he, you know, Britain and Australia write shit backwards. And here's his little business card, which is dope. And I bought 2 things from his Stoa. Beautifully packaged. Not too bad on the shipping. Maybe like $25 for Australian post. Probably because I'm in California.
That's actually pretty good, to be honest.
Sent in a box, double wrapped in cardboard and with tissue paper wrapped around the vinyl. So I'm not mad at all about this presentation. Oh, and he sent a whole bunch of stickers and things. That's fun. Look at this. This is like some stuff I would send the 2 of you. And there's even more stuff. He just packed it full of stuff.
I love it.
Stickers, Andy social stickers, yada yada. Maybe I'll help him by putting his stuff in some future packages that I have to go out. So he had one kind of rare thing I had not seen in a long time and did not have. And then kind of a thing you can find anywhere, but I wanted it, so I bought it. Prong, you know, future podcast subject, Prong, whose fist is this anyway? The 4 industrial metal remixes. This is before Prong, you know, they were kind of going full industrial metal after this period. You know, it was like
When was that actually, Keefy? Because I don't remember that I must have stopped listening to Prong at that point.
So it's all Prove You Wrong, Hell If I Could, Get a Grip on Yourself. So the Whose Fist Is This Anyway, which is not on here, which is hilarious, is from Cleansing. So these were probably 92, 93 from the prior record, from the record prior to Cleansing, probably from Prove You Wrong.
Okay, because that was pretty much what I must have just kind of, I don't know, I must have kind of blocked that out a little bit.
Yeah, probably. And then probably special to no one but me, Billy Joel co-wept the live album in Russia. Why on earth would I have this Billy Joel record when he has laryngitis the entire show and can barely sing? Because it's an amazing live album, even though he is having a hard time singing the whole time. I love this thing. It's a 2 LP. It was like $20, $25. This is an original press with the hype sticker, unfortunately, on the label, which I don't love, but like whatever. I didn't buy it. I didn't make it. And then a whole bunch of Andy social stuff that he included. Fun little stickers.
So what makes that album? What makes it such a? I gotta
It's
ask.
just
What
a great
makes it
album.
such a great album
So it's
with a bad vocal.
Yeah, it's the record. So he has laryngitis, and they postponed the show twice.
Okay.
They were only in Moscow for like half a week. They rehearsed the whole band. He could not sing. They did entire rehearsals where he couldn't sing a note. He was just croaking. He kind of croaked his way through the show.
Mm-hmm.
But like it's all balls. Like the performance is incredible. He mistakenly tries to talk Russian to people.
Always a bad move.
Not always a good move. And then
unless you're Gorky Park, you should not do it.
And then this one I was talking about last week, the brand new music on vinyl, Suicidal Tendencies, Lights, Camera, Revolution.
You got it.
That is nice.
And that's a 2025. This is my, counting from my many to come numerous 2025 albums. But this is going to be a part of the reissues episode if Don and I ever get around to it at this point.
What was the shipping on that fucker? Because I know,
pretty cheap, like less than $10.
Okay, yeah, because they were quoting me $12.
I don't do more. I mean, 12 is not bad if you're coming across the country. I don't normally do more than media mail unless it's like DHL, which I don't trust. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's my vinyl checks. Pretty badass.
Good. By the way, guys, this beer is incredible.
Wow. Okay, you might be the one
So
human
good.
being that loves the juicy IPA.
Like
I'm not
I'm not hating
enjoying
this. This
mine.
is good.
I feel like I got an old one.
Oh, arrogant bastard is good, but if it's not fresh, it's skunky.
It's not
Oh,
that old.
oh, did you got a skunk brew,
It's from
man?
October 28th. So I don't know. Maybe I just outgrew this one. Anyway, news check. Because this is the number one Foreigner podcast, I will bring you the Foreigner news. Blue Lou Gramm has announced he's retiring from touring. I didn't know he was still touring. I mean, I knew he had like a spotting of dates, some little red dots here and there, but not a full flow. And but yeah, apparently he says he's done it for 55 years and he's had enough. He's going to spend time with his family, his kids, and play with his cars while he can still drive. So enjoy your retirement, Blue Lou. I hope it lasts as long as Peter Criss is gone.
So is he not doing these spring dates that he's been talking about doing for a whole
I
year?
think he's doing those, but he's just retiring afterwards.
Oh, nah, we kind of thought that anyway.
I mean, I didn't know he was still touring.
Yeah, but I
He was
thought he
kind
would.
of retired.
But wasn't he doing that whole extensive tour with Foreigner? You
Did he do
remember
an
that?
extensive tour with him or like
Yeah,
four
he was.
dates?
No, he was supposed to be doing the whole tour. He was doing like a half thing, like where he was gonna do like. Do you remember that, Keefy, where they
Yes,
said something
nobody
about
is
that?
excited about Kelly Hansen's replacement. The
Yeah.
guy from Mickey Thomas's Starship.
Oh, is that who it? Oh, Mickey Thomas's
Wait,
Starship.
is Mickey Thomas's Starship's guy the singer?
Yes,
Oh, I
and
missed that.
he's gonna
I missed
co-lead
that when I
sing.
saw
He's
Mickey
gonna
Thomas's
he's
Starship.
gonna co-lead sing with the other guy who's been
Mm-mm.
in the band. But like again, no one's excited about this
You need to
because at
have
least
plausible
Kelly,
deniability.
at least Kelly was there for a long time, and after a while, you could be like, well, Kelly sounds, can sing anything, so he sounds great, and like people liked him. So like,
Yeah,
if it ain't broke, don't break it.
it's
But
kind of
Also, the
like
thing about Kelly is Kelly played with some of the original dudes. So there's some kind of a semblance of something there. It'd be like Bruce Kulick doing a Bruce Kulick's Kiss tour. Yeah, I'd go see that.
kinda. Yeah,
I wouldn't
you
go
know
see
what?
Tommy Thayer's Kiss.
no,
You know who it reminds me of a little
Vinnie
bit? It
Vincent's Kiss would be
Vinnie
amazing.
Vincent's
I would go to that. I would go to that.
Vinnie Vincent's Kiss featuring Vinnie Vincent
Starring Vinnie Vincent. Brought to you by Vinnie Vincent. Fuck you, pay Vinnie Vincent.
with opening act Mickey Thomas's Starship by Mickey Thomas featuring Blue Lou on vocals.
I was going to say
Anyway,
that's actually what I was going to say. Featuring Blue Lou Graham
brought
on
it
vocals.
around circle, man. You know that kind of reminds me of what Keefy was talking about. It was like Lawrence Gowan from Styx. It's like he's been in Styx for so long that Styx fans just kind of stopped thinking about DeYoung anymore because
Only
he's
Styx
been in the
fans that
band
didn't
so
listen
long.
to Dennis's new solo records or see Dennis on tour because it's not even close. Lawrence
Yeah.
Gowan, not even close.
Like as far as what?
Quality,
Oh,
craftsmanship.
I totally, I will die on that hill. He
Have
was
you seen
incredible.
Dennis DeYoung in the last 20 years?
I did not. Because
I
I don't like
did.
Dennis DeYoung.
He
Have
played
you seen Styx in the last 20 years?
like 10 times.
And you really think that Gowan is not the performer that DeYoung is?
Not vocally.
Mm,
He can dance better. He's like 30
yeah.
years younger. I mean, Dennis DeYoung's about dead.
Yeah. But he's not. Oh, yeah. Well, I
Did
feel
you
like.
listen to the two Dennis DeYoung records he put out during COVID?
Uh,
It's
well,
like it sounds like Grand Illusion 2 and Pieces of 8-3.
okay. You know what? Challenge accepted. I'm going to give those a listen.
I listened to Roger's Dark Side of the Stupid Redux.
But you liked it.
Eventually,
You love it now.
now I
He
hated it when I
loves he
listened.
loves the cock.
It
Who eats cock? Apparently, I do.
insert TikTok here. All right. So my news anyway is so a couple of big things was that I guess Jay Weinberg leaving Suicidal Tendencies, which was a bummer to hear because I was really hoping I'd get to see him with them, but great reason for not going. You know, his partner and or I guess this is his wife now. Are they married or I can't remember. Yeah, so they're having their first child together.
You think
And
that's a great reason to step down from one of the greatest bands of all time? I think it's a terrible reason.
well, no, I mean, like, I think it's a great reason if you're a breeder. If it's a horrible reason for people like us who, like, or Keefy and I who don't have children. But I thought it was a bummer move because I would have liked to like to have seen him in ST. But Jay Weinberg, friend of the show, we wish you all the best. Good luck. Um, I hope you teach your kid how to live in a Trump world. The other thing is that Bob Weir of the Grateful Dead and Dead and Company passed away last week at 78 years old. And anyone who knows us and knows me from here knows that I'm the resident Deadhead. And it was hit pretty hard. And I'm not going to dwell too much on it, but one of the things I was super happy about was the broad variety of people who paid tribute to him. I mean, I was actually blown away. Not surprised, but I was blown away. I mean, we had Alex Skolnick, we had Nancy Wilson from Heart, we had random, who was it? Buddy Guy. So like all these people who were actually somehow inspired by the Dead, influenced by the Dead, or at least had an appreciation for them, really came out and paying some really great tributes to him. So I'm gonna toast Bob Weir. Bobby, fucking amen.
Mm.
All right, and that's my news.
You're muted.
No, I'm muted. I'm having technical problems. I'm fine though. I'm not going anywhere. Two pieces of news this week. Metallica is 90% done negotiating to play the Sphere in Las Vegas. It looks like it will now be pushed to 2027. Better for our wallets. We're already spending enough money this year. Maybe a third piece of news. Frontiers SRL has a label. They've been growing as a label. It's the Italian heavy metal label. A lot of glam and hair metal guys. And then they have a sort of a more pop rock label called FLG, which has Skunk and Anise on it. Great band, great album last year. You should check out. Probably nobody heard it because it's on that label. And then they have Black to Black, which is their heavy metal label that they did a full real announcement and rollout of today. They already have the Megadeth record next week, and they released the Biohazard record and some young band that nobody cared about. But they announced today that Mike Gitter, formerly of Roadrunner, formerly of Prosthetic Records, formerly of Band Management, formerly of Century Media, most recently, is the new global head of A&R for the entire label, but especially Black to Black to sign metal bands. So, Don, I don't know if you know Mike Gitter. I don't think Nick does, but I do. I know Gitter personally. He was a
I don't know him
guy.
personally, but I know who he is. But that's big news.
It's
That's
a big
huge.
news. And so they announced a humongous amount of signings today, including Forbidden, one of my favorites, Nunslaughter, who is kind
Please
of
tell me
like,
one of them's Graveyard. Although I
no,
doubt it.
no, they're not going to sign Graveyard. That's not New York. Graveyard should go to Heavy Psych Sounds or Ripple Music. That's where they belong. That's their reach. They have their fans, and that's all they're going to have.
They need to be off a nuclear blast.
They will be. They were probably dropped quietly already.
I think that they've I was gonna say I think they've been off.
They've been dropped. It just hasn't been announced because, like, the way unless it's acrimonious, the way things happen now is a band gets dropped and it's not announced until they sign their next deal, or until they're not going to sign a deal because they can't get one and they do their own thing somewhere else. So, signed today or announced today, Forbidden, Cro-Mags, Unto Others, a huge steal to get them away from Century Media. And still kind of a DIY band, and I love Unto Others. They used to be called Idle Hands. You see me wear the hat all the time. And Nunslaughter, who is kind of like a midnight type of band from Cleveland, same kind of genre. Motorheady, deathy, screamy Motorhead music. So huge news. And then finally, and I was trying to share this, but I can't get the graphic to go correctly. Maybe if I do it here. Black Label Society announced their new album, and the artwork looks like an AI piece of shit. And I'm so disappointed in this artwork. Engines of Demolition, which is another corny, Black Label Society being Black Label Society from the album Black Label Society always. But,
they need to have a song called Black Label Society.
They don't, but they should. I love the band, and I love Zach, and I'm supportive of the Pantera thing, even though I don't want new music. Here, I just put it in the chat if you want to tell me this is not AI. This looks not good. It does not look good to me. I like the colors. I like the name.
Dude, even I do better AI than that.
I'm not sure you do, but it's not. No AI is good. Number one, no AI is good except our AI logos and thumbnails. But like,
Yeah. But for an album cover,
and they
really?
signed to Spine Farm, who
Dude,
has
they got
money.
money.
So they
They
left
have
Monarch.
Yeah,
money.
I
That's
don't like
another.
that.
That's another bit of news. They left Monarch, right? They left Monarch Heavy, which is
Uh-huh.
they've been there forever. They were one of
Yeah.
their key bands. Monarch Heavy has had them, Crowbar, and High on Fire for the longest time, and Ace, unfortunately, for their like top tier bands. And now they left the Spine Farm. But you know how it is. The only way to get a raise in life, like Black Label Society, is not going to become any bigger now. Maybe they'll get a little bit bigger because of Pantera, because of dumb Pantera fans that don't know who Zach, like only tangentially know Zach from Ozzy and haven't ever followed Black Label Society. They're aware of them, but you know they haven't had a hit single or anything except the song with Ozzy.
Do you think Ozzy being gone will kind of push them a little more
A
too?
little more, but like they're not going to
But
get much appreciably bigger, right? Like we all agree on that. They're not
no,
going to
they're not
become
going
a
to
bigger
go. They're
band.
not going to go like like theaters and
No, no,
arenas and
no.
anything.
They're not going
They're
to
not going
become
to be there.
Volbeat or what a bigger level band. They just can't level up there. Maybe they can
Correct. Yeah.
open for a Ghost in arena tours and stuff like that. But I think even Zach is too much of a ham to open for Ghost. Like I don't think he would do well. So
I don't think so
I'm
either.
excited for the record. I haven't heard the song or checked out the video yet, but this artwork is dog shit. And I'm so disappointed that this has Spine Farm's name on it, who has money to pay an artist to do better. And like they've had multiple album covers with some kind of gearhead engine block thing, chopper engine. They've done that to death. So okay, the album is called Engines of Destruction. Why not have something else that's not an engine and a skull face and the weird, pinwheel? Like, I get it, but it's not. It's corny. I like the black and the orange, kind of Halloween colors, black, gray, and orange, but I just don't like this image. And that is my news check. Time for the shirt check, and then the news.
Alrighty. I've got Gravehuffer, friend of the show, Quarantine War Machine.
Gravehuffer, nice.
Good
I've
band.
got my Dead and Company 60th anniversary from Golden Gate Park in San Francisco. I think I had a great time the third night. Actually, I know I did. It was fantastic. But
Was
anyway,
that a bootleg or an official?
so well, Dead, they have a whole like bootleg kind of scene where people do like lot shirts and stuff, but they're actually approved by the band as long as the artwork is not like identical and things. They can use elements. So this was actually a fan shirt, which was really incredible. And this is actually it is an animation of one of the visuals from the Sphere. So yeah, so it was great. It was great. And it's also like half the price of what an official shirt is. So
One last thing, Don. I don't want to like tug at the heartstrings much,
no,
but
no, no, go ahead.
so can the Dead continue without Bob? Probably not, right?
So that's a big conversation right now, but there'd been talk for a while that even before he got sick was that, he was kind of planning what to do. And the word on the street is that he kind of passed the torch over to Mayer, and that Mayer's kind of holding the torch as far as like what he wants to do with it. Luckily he's not a dude that's like in it for money, so it's not like it's going to be a big drive force behind it.
But it was one of the hugest tours of 2025 was the Dead and Company. Huge.
It was
huge.
they actually
It was in
grossed
the
more money
annual report. It was in the annual
It was
report
in
of
the
Live
annual,
Nation
yeah.
that they were a top 10 touring act for the year.
And they were actually the only top 10 touring act that hadn't released an album.
That's right.
Like Dead and Company never put out an album. They never wrote new music. That's the other thing too, is that the idea is that they'll probably fold into like an annual festival kind of a thing where it will be like Dead and Company with guests, but then it would be like a 5 or 6 band bill, so it would be like a Dead festival of sorts, which is what
That would
Further
actually be
was.
really cool.
Well, so that's what Further Festival was after Jerry died, was that all the surviving members of the Dead, they all had their own bands. And so instead of reuniting, all 3 of their bands just shared a bill with like 3 other acts. And so it was great. And of course, at the end of the night, everybody got together. They did like a bunch of Dead tunes and everything, and it was fun. I'd be game for it. I would also be totally cool with a mayor-led thing, mainly because, for 10 years, he proved himself a lot to the Deadheads. And I know a lot of people are game for it. So, but we're going to
Well,
see what happens.
I will not walk back my dislike or derision of the band, but I will say that I am very saddened to see, no, sincerely, like the outpouring of sadness. This is everybody, like a whole generation of people. This is their whole life, has been their whole life for 60, 50, 40 years, 30 years in some cases. And
Yeah.
so, like, I am sad to see somebody from the pantheon of classic
Yeah.
rock die, and what that did to people. And he's like one in a lineage of passings, Jerry and
Yeah.
Kreutzmann and Pigpen, like
Yeah.
Phil.
But the thing was that Bobby was he was like the fans dude, because he was like the kid. He was like the underdog kind of. And then like, unlike anyone thought he could do, was that he led that ship afterwards. And no one really thought he'd be able to do it, but he did it. And, another thing too is he was a philanthropist. He was an incredibly like talented and intelligent human being. And a lot of times there was a lot of things that he was involved with that we did not know because he was not the kind of person to take press. He wasn't like Bono. He wasn't doing a special every time he had it. Like, oh, I'm working with, kids who are missing like their pinky toes, and whatever, like Bob was on something like 5 or 6 different boards and like, you would never know, so
All right.
wonderful human being.
There it is. Turn it over to Nick for the meat. Start it up, my friend. Dio in 82.
So the real question is, how does this story start? Does it start with Dio's solo record? Does it start with him getting fame and fortune in Black Sabbath? Does it start in him in Rainbow or Elf or pretending to be Johnny Dio's nephew? It's a weird place. Technically, this is a debut solo record. However, this isn't even close to a debut for Ronnie James Dio. This is his 18th record, I think, because he had 3 in Elf, 3 in Rainbow, 2 in Sabbath. So it was like his 9th record. I mean, the dude had been around for well over 10 years at this point. He had a discography rivaling Ozzy Osbourne's time in Black Sabbath, if not better. That's my opinion. I'm sticking with it. I prefer Dio to Ozzy, and I always will. Now, this is not a continuation of Black Sabbath, even though there are 2 Sabbath members. The seed is really planted after Bill Ward leaves Black Sabbath for the first time. He left after the recording of Heaven and Hell. And I think a lot of people forget, myself included, how much Vinny Appice was. I think of the Dio Sabbath lineup as Dio, Appice, Iommi, Butler. But the best record of the Dio years had Bill Ward on it. There's no surprise there, in my humble opinion. Bill Ward is the best drummer for Black Sabbath. However, what gets interesting is that Mr. Appice was an American, whereas everybody else was Angolish. So during the tours, because Vinny joined for the tour, the Heaven and Hell tour. He did the Heaven and Hell tour, he did the Mob Rules record and the Mob Rules tour, and of course the Live Evil record. There becomes 2 camps in Black Sabbath, the Americans and the English, kind of like Foreigner, where half of them were English and half of them were American, except making much better music. Now, Black Sabbath featured a little bit of a keyboard, but not much of one. Rainbow, the keyboards were all over the place. So it's kind of like, I always looked at Dio as whatever he's in, whatever group he's in, he has his stamp on it. And he could play those songs in concert and you would never necessarily know which band you were hearing. But during the mixing of Live Evil, during the mixing of a live album, is when the pot boils over. When supposedly the Americans and the English were fighting a new revolutionary war over which way Black Sabbath was going to go. The Americans wanted to take Black Sabbath to strange new places of democracy, and the English wanted to stick with King Tony. Come on, that's a good joke. And it boils over, they blow up, and it falls apart. And I think a lot of people, myself included, forget how short of a time Ronnie James Dio was in Black Sabbath. It was about 19 calendar months total. 1980 to 83, and then June of 1992 to August of 1992. It was that second run was real fast. Not counting the Heaven and Hell years, that's nostalgia time. That's not the same thing. But the Ronnie James Dio Black Sabbath time was very, very short. What we do remember very, very strongly is the oceans of solo records and solo tours and videos that he did. All 5'2" of him, carrying 5'6" swords, wearing leathers and ridiculous ass fur, singing on mountains. I mean, he was on mountains so much. Steve Vai should have been there wearing a Native American headdress. They probably filmed on the same damn mountain. I'm referencing, of course, For the Love of God, where Stevie Vai appropriates the Native American imagery, just like Ronnie appropriate. Anyway, so the band he creates starts with Vinny and, oh my God, I forgot, Jimmy Bain, formerly of Rainbow, and Jakey Lee, soon to be of Ozzy Osbourne. Now that didn't work out. And I'm glad that didn't work out because I cannot picture Jakey Lee playing Holy Diver or Rainbow in the Dark. It just doesn't sound, I don't think that would work. So he forms this band of Vivian Campbell, Vinny Appice, and Jimmy Bain. This is probably the greatest solo band of all time. Even better than Ozzy's solo bands with Randy, just because Vinny and Jimmy are better than Rudy Sarzo and Charlie Aldridge, and whoever the hell else it was. I know they changed drummers like 15 times.
That's a bit of a stretch, I think.
During those Randy tours. What's a bit of a stretch?
To say that they were actually a better rhythm section than Sarzo.
I'm saying the band was better.
Oh, the band, I would say, to me, was a better band. I don't think they were a better rhythm section, though. I think that the rhythm section of Sarzo and Aldridge was like a beast of a machine.
I just like the Vinny Appice drums better, and I was taking a pot shot at Rudy Sarzo. I mean, I wasn't being serious. We don't have to. Touché. It was a joke. It was a bad joke. Let's move on. Where was I? So this band releases 3 records in a row, and then we get one more with the aforementioned Craig Goldie. And what we get is probably one of the greatest solo runs for 4 albums of all time.
I was about to say, like, in the history of just heavy metal, not thrash, like just heavy metal, the blanket. Who has a better 5 or 6 years in a row than, let's say, the last Rainbow record sucks, or it's not great.
Which one is the last one?
The last one with Ronnie.
Which one? Well, what is it? Is that Long Live Rock and Roll?
No.
Gray one?
No,
they
had one bad one.
Well, they had Rainbow Rising, they had Long Live Rock and Roll, and they had
In Rock. No,
that was Deep Purple. What was I'm pulling it up now, by the way. Y'all can keep talking.
Well, so
there was one thing I forgot to mention. Ronnie James Dio being fired or fired or voluntold he was leaving Black Sabbath, whomever you wish to believe, he and Wendy had to give up their home because their home was owned by Black Sabbath Incorporated. Mm-hmm. So when he leaves this group, he leaves with basically Don Arden is managing Black Sabbath at this time. So you know the money's flowing like wine down to the boys, right? Mm-hmm. And he didn't have a whole lot of money.
Yeah, I'm going to say the Dio book, and Don read the book, and I'm not sure if you finished it.
I read the book.
Yeah. So, I haven't read it yet, but I just bought it.
There's a lot of stuff talking about how Dio and Wendy always lived above their means. And then, by the way, what Dio and Wendy did is exactly what Don Arden did. What they did to other people, including their own bandmates, is exactly what Don did to Ozzy and Sabbath. So you learn,
including Craig Goldie, who was
including Craig,
they're just Ferengi. They don't want to end the exploitation. They wish to become the exploiters.
Yes, I understand.
Well, let me ask you this. Let me say, sometimes being exploited pays better than not being exploited.
That's
So you have to
ask
kind
Dave
of.
Lombardo.
It always pays better than not being exploited.
Oh, absolutely.
So
If you're
what's
not
the
being
record,
exploited,
Don?
you don't
Exploit
get
me.
paid.
John,
Somebody
did you get the
exploit me,
record?
please.
Did you pull up the record?
Oh
The
yeah,
third
so it
Rainbow
is.
record?
It's Long Live Rock and Roll.
It's not terrible, but Ron, you could feel like the love.
Was
It's
it-
not a cohesive.
It's half
record.
good.
Was
It's
it
like,
really only 3?
With
yeah,
D-
so
with
they had,
Dio.
they had Richie Blackmore's Rainbow, then they had Rainbow Rising, and then Long Live Rock and Roll.
Yeah.
I
And
think
then-
I
and
have
then-
all.
And
I'm
I
missing
think there was
Rising.
a thing where Ronnie continued to ask Richie to make it Rainbow featuring Ronnie James Dio, and he wouldn't do it.
That is.
That's
I have
another
heard
fucking
that.
thing in the book you'll read about. So, but who has had a better 5 or 6 years? Let's throw the Rainbow out and just say, like, he comes into Sabbath in late 79 after Ozzy's fired. 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85
Mhm.
in a row, like 6 albums in 5 years. I don't care about the live record. That's like no effort. If you're already
2
on
live
tour and
records. He
you're
did a
recording.
Rainbow one too.
And the tours that went with it were like the other thing too was that the Dio tour. I mean, the Rainbow tours that he did were like Rainbow went from being like a theater band to an arena band. You know,
Ronnie
Not
went
because
from
of not because of Ronnie. Like,
Ronnie went from a theater to an arena
Ronnie
artist.
was the
He was
Ronnie
part
was
of it.
the identifiable person.
Yeah, that's
especially
fair.
after that first album. Then all of a sudden, he became, he was the front man. And Blackmore didn't like it that someone was kind of stepping into the light.
Surely.
That's why he had to downgrade.
Yep, exactly.
Joe Lynn Turner.
That's why you got no, what was the other dude's name?
Fucking Joe Lynn Turner's whole career.
Joe Lynn Turner featuring Joe Lynn Turner's wig,
Yes.
called Joe Lynn Turner's wig.
Coming to you live from Belarus.
Out on Joe
Coming
Lynn.
to you
Pretty sure
live.
that makes you a traitor, right?
Coming to you live from a casino in Branson.
Not even. A casino in Baku.
Coming live to you from
Ukraine.
an internet cafe in Peoria.
Yeah, more lights. So yeah, what a great run. Great point, Nick. That was my
Incredible.
Is there any more, or would you like?
Oh,
to
I did want to say that Wendy and Ronnie financed the beginning of Dio completely.
100%.
Which, and they gave some dudes their start, and the thing is in the music business, you got to be taken to the casting couch before you can make the money.
Mm-hmm.
And Vinny had already made his money, so he didn't have to go to the casting couch.
Mm-hmm.
Jimmy Bain, he already got paid. Well, who didn't get paid yet? Sorry, Viv. And I think that's why Viv was the first one to walk out the door, because he was the one getting where does shit go? Shit goes downhill.
Mm-hmm.
It's when you're the rookie in the NHL, you're the one paying for dinners. That's the way it works.
Yeah. And I know we're going a little far ahead, but like it was like the same situation with Goldie. Was that when they recruited Goldie was coming out of he was Jafria's band, I think he was in. And the guy had no money, no gear, no nothing. Dio and Wendy basically paid his rent, paid his groceries, bought his gear, got him in the studio. They did that one song for the intermission album, and then from there he was just indebted to them. But again, I feel like things like that come with signing on the dotted line,
Just for the record, Gramm Bonnet
Gramm Bonnet, that's who it was
the first singer in Rainbow to ruin it.
Since you've been gone. Terrible.
You know that Rick Springfield song, what have you ever done for me? Everything I do. That's a Sammy Hagar written song.
I had no idea.
I only learned that like 2 days ago.
You can't
Probably
help
should've
himself.
known,
He's got to
'cause it's
mention
lame.
Sammy Hagar every episode. Did we do? I never did my shirt check, but I don't care anymore.
Do your shirt check. What do you got?
No, I got skipped. It's fine.
No, you started something else. You
I
asked
did
Don
not.
about Bob Weir.
I want to see your shirt. Show me your shirt anyway.
It's Ripple music, but I don't care. Anyway,
Oh, I love Ripple.
you don't deserve it. You don't really deserve me. Anything else, Nick?
That's about all the background really there is for this one. Now, I assume we're doing the 1983 records, and you want to talk about a year of metal.
It is a legitimately great year of metal. There are some clunkers, so I'll go quickly. Not too much pontificating, not necessarily a yes or a no, but like something. A little more than a yes and no, please, but not too much. You get it?
Capiche.
AC/DC already going downhill with flick of the switch.
Terrible
I do
no.
have that. I got it free, though.
Except Balls to the Wall. Classic.
Hell no.
Incredible banger.
I
Start to
like
finish.
AC/DC better.
Alcatraz, No Parole from Rock and Roll.
Terrible
No.
album.
Speaking
But
of
the
Graham
title is
Bonnet.
awesome. That album title is
Is that
fucking
Graham
great.
Bonnet?
That is Graham Bonnet in
Oh, fuck Graham
Alcatraz.
Bonnet.
And now he's
Since
fighting
you've
in
been
Alcatraz,
gone.
which is incredible, as we talked about last week. The not good Alice Cooper Dada record.
Oh,
No, that's Blackout Years.
that was his blackout years. That was like one of the 3 or 4.
3. There's
Yeah.
3 records he cannot. 3 records and tours he has no memory of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck
Dada,
An-
Zipper Catches
fuck-
Skin, and something else.
Fuck Anvil.
Yes.
Armored Saint EP, Armored Saint, fantastic
Nope.
debut.
No.
Armored Saint series when? Let's see. Billy Idol, Rebel Yell. Still holds up somehow.
I do. I
I
have
think it
that
still
one.
sounds
I have
great.
that one. Is that the one? That's the one. Dance with Myself. Yeah. No, Dance with Myself.
No.
is 80.
Rebel
That was
Yell
the-
is.
I think I have that one. I have one. I'm pretty sure I have it.
Yeah,
Rebel
White
Yell
Wedding
was
on that one?
White
White
Wedding.
Wedding? Yeah, I have that.
Yeah.
Not
right,
good.
fresh off of Metal Massacre, the debut album by Bitch, Be My Slave.
I didn't know they had a debut album. I kind of want to
Betsy
get that now.
Bitch. Ugh, God.
Was that before she? That was before she had to change the name of the band to Betsy.
Yeah, whatever. Underrated American Southern rock band Blackfoot with Sligo.
No Blackfoot.
No.
Members of Blackfoot are now in Lynyrd Skynyrd. Black Sabbath, Born Again. When are we getting that remaster? That's what I want to know. After Tony's solo record, I guess.
Can't polish a turd.
You
Need
cannot.
that one remixed.
One of the unfortunate 80s albums by Blue Oyster Cult, Revolution by Night.
Ah, no.
No BOC.
No, well, BOC is incredible, just not
Well,
that.
I just
BOC 's
don't have
great,
any.
but that was not a BOC record that was
That's
good.
The classic and former podcast subject, Def Leppard, Pyromania. Phenomenal.
Yes. OG.
Great record. Banger.
The third studio album by Diamond Head, Canterbury. Their best stuff was before this.
I don't remember that one at all.
All right. Don's favorite record of this year, Dokken, Breaking the Chains.
Incredible banger, start to finish.
I'm sorry. There's too many album balls.
That's true.
Right on the cover.
Japanese heavy metal band Earthshaker with their self-titled debut.
Not familiar.
I don't remember them.
The debut studio album by Europe, also called Europe.
That was a great album.
Creativity.
I'm counting down till it's over.
That's it. Exciter, Heavy Metal Maniac. Phenomenal.
No, I need to get that.
I don't remember that
Or
one.
at least listen to it.
Self-titled debut by rock supergroup Fastway.
No.
Didn't love them, but I love the Trick or Treat soundtrack.
That's correct. Lita Ford, debut album Out for Blood.
No.
She hadn't
Go
gotten
look
good
at
yet.
Go look at the outfit she's wearing on that. Jesus.
Dude, they painted it on her. It was so tight.
Yeah, that was the day.
I can never remember which Lita Ford record it is that I have.
Probably Kiss Me Deadly, whatever that
No,
is.
Probably
I
the
wish-
Lita album, or probably what was the other one? The
Trust me, it's not what you think it is. It's an album I didn't even know existed.
Dancing on the Edge.
If
That might actually
close
be
my
that.
eyes forever.
No, I wish that was on there.
I know. Girl
Keefy,
School.
we should do a
Yeah, it is
duet of
Dancing
that.
on the Edge.
We should do a duet of that one. You and I.
Girl School, Play Dirty, great album.
Good album.
I love
Really good.
Girl School.
Nope.
The debut EP by Great White, Out of the Night, actually pretty solid.
That's
Sorry,
a
I'm looking
great
at the-
album.
I'm looking at Out for Blood cover. Damn.
That's the yeah,
Dayum,
seriously.
Dayum, Dayum.
I believe the kids say get.
I don't know
They
what
say
they
6'7"
Oh,
or
stop.
whatever.
Make it stop. Band I'm not crazy about, but See You in Hell by Grim Reaper.
Dude,
Hog calling
how
contest.
how can you not like Grim Reaper? Grim Reaper's awesome.
Mostly
You
it's
guys
the
keep-
look, the sound, and the songs.
Every single
Oh.
thing about them. But
All I
their
can think about
name.
is on Beavis and Butthead when he's like,
Yes.
his face sucks.
His face does suck.
His face
It does
does
suck, but his
He looks
voice
like
is
a professional
badass.
wrestler that just stopped using steroids 6 months
Yeah.
ago.
He just died. Let's leave Steve Grimmett alone. What a clever
He
guy
chose
to
to
be
look
named-
that way.
What a guy! Well, I don't know if he could choose his genetics and his crazy poofy hair, but
They have
his
shampoo
name
now.
was Grimmett. His proper last name was Grimmett, and he's
Yeah.
just like Grim Reaper. I mean, like that's a good jump. Logically.
Oh, it's
better than Gromit.
Grimmett Reaper.
The favorite album by Don and the Peacemaker, Hanoi Rocks, Back to Mystery City.
Ah, fantastic.
I have not heard a single song by Hanoi
It's not my
Rocks.
favorite album by them, but it's a solid one. It's a solid one.
Not Ozzy, but Helix. No rest for the wicked.
Oh God, no, Helix.
happened?
God,
Does anybody ever listen to Helix? Like,
Yes.
real question.
it's the one thing that makes me hate Canada.
Every time I go to the heavy metal section of a record store that's not a record store, there's like 8 copies of Helix.
That's fair.
Like,
Here's a band that absolutely heard Ronnie James Dio in Sabbath and was like, we're going to do that. Hellion with the debut EP, and Boylan. Meow Meow.
I don't remember them.
Oh,
And
they're on
Boylan.
they're on the Into the Void movie.
And Boylan, right? You said?
And Boylan.
Okay, yeah, I remember them now. I just remembered her name, not the band. Okay.
All right. Iron Maiden, Peace of Mind. Probably the best
Fucking-
record of this whole year.
That was 83?
83. Iron Maiden has a series of bangers. I mean, that's their 4th album.
That's right. Okay,
4
okay.
years.
I forgot. Back then it was album world tour every year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they didn't come out that way, but it kind of ended up being that way. Jag Panzer's debut EP, Tyrants.
Nope.
I've
Oh, and I do
never
have Peace of
listened to
Mind.
them.
Yeah, they're good.
I've never listened to Jack Panzer.
That's a
I don't know
shame.
why.
Killer Dwarves, self-titled debut.
No.
I don't remember that one either.
Lick it up. Lick it up. Kiss. This album sucks. Anyway,
That's
No, I don't
that's
have that one. It's
terrible
not. I
record.
didn't get it at the antique mall. That's for sure. Didn't get
here's
it.
another one
15
for
bucks.
Don. Kicks, the Cool Kids, the second.
Oh,
album by
fucking
Kix.
that shit
What is
gives me-
worse, Kicks the band or Kicks the cereal?
Oh,
I don't know, man, but Kicks the band gives me acid reflux, and the cereal seems to sit fine with me. So
It won't give you acid reflux, but it won't give you a happy tongue either.
I
It
wish
doesn't
this
give me
band was
anything,
bigger in America. Crocus, Headhunter.
Love fucking Crocus. We need to do a Crocus special.
Maybe.
Yeah.
A chaser. Let's see. Continuing. Loudness, The Law is the Devil's Land. 3rd studio album.
God, I love it when Japanese people say things in English.
Yes. Manila Road, Crystal Logic. Not bad.
No,
Do we
Come
really
up here.
need Manila Road?
We don't.
no.
We
You
also
need
don't
one-
need.
You
we do
need
not
one
need-
Manila Road record. That's all you need. They all sound
I-
exactly the same.
I do not require Manila Road or Manowar ever. Manowar into Glory Ride,
Oh god.
which
God.
like it's into the word, not into Glory Ride. It's into Glory Ride. Learn the English language, you fucks.
These guys are so dumb. I
They're
swear to
beyond
God.
dumb. Former podcast subject, Merciful Fate, Melissa.
Yes.
Former
Great banger.
podcast subject, Metallica, Kill 'Em All.
Also,
Yes.
Former podcast subject, well, no, not that one. Metal Massacre 3 by Metal Blade Records.
No.
I don't know that I remember that one.
Continuing.
Nobody remembers any
Also,
of them.
Metal Massacre 4, also released in 1983. Hey,
What is this? Is Metal Massacre like Paradise Lost?
a little bit. Molly
He
Hatchet.
didn't have any bands yet.
Molly Hatchet's best album, No Guts, No Glory.
Great fucking record.
No,
Annie
thank
Joe
you.
Brown. Gary Moore, many albums released this year, but especially Dirty Fingers.
No, I have some, but not that.
Mm-mm.
I
Former
have one
pod-
real shitty one.
Former podcast subject and possibly future podcast subject, as we should redo this series with Don. Motley Crue, Shout at the Devil.
OG Press.
I'd say half solid.
Yeah,
It's like 3/4 solid. That's like their best record. That's not the self-titled with John Corabi.
That's
I
fair.
thought, yeah, I guess, yeah, that's about right.
Karabi coming on tour soon.
I know.
Motorhead, Another Perfect Day. Solid, not great.
Does anybody need a Motorhead record?
I
Yes.
feel like at some point Motorhead started to put out like Ramones albums. Like they all just were kind of like,
Yeah, I think that's when they
Well, they were
started.
trying to get rid of Bronze, which is this is their last record for Bronze, and then there's a couple more
okay.
good ones, and then they kind of just same. MSG, Built to Destroy, solid.
is that
They're named
MSG or
after
is that
the
Macaulay
Spice
Group
Schenker?
or the
Or-
Garden.
Michael Schenker Group.
Oh, Michael, not Macaulay.
I will
Okay.
tell you if it's Macaulay. There's only one
Culkin?
Macaulay I stand, and it's Culkin. That's correct. A record that I loved a lot as a kid, Midnight Madness by Night Ranger. Because I hear the secrets that you keep, Nick, when you're talking in your sleep.
I can't get behind that one. No.
Moving on.
The debut album by Aldo Nova, or second album by them, Subject.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
Who the fuck is Aldo Nova?
Well, I'm sad that you have to ask that. You're supposed to be an expert at this.
I
Did you
can't
like
know
that album?
everything.
Aldo Nova is like the Canadian Yngwie Malmsteen mixed with Billy Squire. Does that make sense?
I only need him. I
Oh,
only need.
that's
I
a
only
good
need
one.
the Swedish one. I don't need some whack ass Canadian hockey playing Yngwie Malmsteen.
I'd rather have him than Yngwie Malmsteen.
I would too. Even if it meant having to listen to
How does
Fantasy
this?
for
How does this
30
correlate
hours.
to Vito Bratta?
It doesn't.
It doesn't.
I
That's
feel like
right,
it should.
Ryan. You dingleberry.
Wait, isn't he the jackass with the double necks? Who's that?
No, you're thinking of Michelangelo Batio.
Oh,
That
guy.
I get them confused. I'm sorry. How does
Michael
it correlate to that guy?
Batio copied Steve Vai. But
Yeah, Michelangelo was in Nitro.
horrible.
Horrible.
Speaking of Lita's ex-husband and father of her children, unfortunately.
An
Onslaught demo. What lies ahead? Their debut.
Not familiar.
We're still in
Don't
the
know
O's. Ozzy Osbourne, former podcast subject, Bark at the Moon. Rest in peace.
No, that album's bad.
Yeah, we found out that was bad real quick, didn't we?
Speaking
The
of
whole
bad,
most of that decade is bad.
not a future podcast subject, but not this record. Pantera, Metal Magic. Go fuck yourself.
No, not
Why are we
Metal
counting
Magic.
that?
Horrible.
I have that.
You do. That's you do.
It's no power metal, but you
Yeah,
know.
but it's terrible. Pretty Maids,
terrible.
debut EP.
No,
Former
No.
podcast subject, Queensryche, debut EP. Fantastic.
definitely not.
Incredible.
Former podcast subject, Quiet Riot, Metal Health. Their only
Great record.
That's a good half a record.
Yeah. Future podcast subject, maybe Raven, All for One. Great album.
That's a great
Never
album.
heard it. Never heard it. I just picture them. When I picture Raven, I can only picture these jackasses in jockstraps and hockey helmets.
Well, only one wore the hockey helmet.
Only one. It's
I
not
don't
all of
remember.
them.
What about they were all wearing shoulder pads though?
Were they really? I don't remember.
Yes.
I can't remember that, but
Moving on.
Are they even Canadian?
yeah, I think so.
I don't know.
Raven are British. I don't know why you know this. Raven are from England.
Oh, I should have known that.
You really should. That's disgraceful.
I
Anyway,
feel like, yeah.
Rat debut EP, fantastic.
Awesome.
Nope.
Riot, Born in America. Do not need 5 albums from that band.
Do not need Riot at all.
Do not know them.
First 2 albums from Rock Goddess, both released in 1983. Rock Goddess, the self-titled debut, and Hell Hath No Fury.
I don't even know who
Great
that
album
is.
cover. You don't know who Rock Goddess is?
Mm-mm.
I feel
No.
like so superior to both of you today. You don't know
You
anything.
should.
You guys were not paying attention to metal in 1983 at all.
I
Oh,
was.
totally was.
Well,
but
apparently, I
nothing
just
that
suck
sucked.
ass all the
Just
time. That's,
did not pay attention. Well, you do kind of suck ass all the time. But anyway, the rods in the Raw. I don't need that.
no, not me.
No, we don't need the
Satan,
rods at all.
Caught in the act. Satan.
That's a great fucking
You
record.
cannot name your band Satan.
They did.
You
And
can't.
everybody
no.
yells, "Hail Satan! Hail!"
Hail
No interest.
Satan.
No interest. Name based on the name only.
I know in Atlanta they were going, we want Satan.
Debut album by Savatage, Sirens. Maybe a feature.
I've never heard anything by them.
That's a shame. Hatful of Rain.
Probably is. Yeah.
Saxon, Power and the Glory. Not bad.
No, I only have one, and it's bad.
That's a good album.
Saxon, great band for being able to grow and mature, aka ride the popular tides really well.
I don't think that's true at all.
I don't know, man. If you listen to that first Saxon album, that self-titled one, that's a fucking great prog metal album.
Have you heard them lately? They sound like
No, their latest records are very good
It's
because
really
they're
fucking
doing
good.
their
I said
first
they
few
were-
records over.
I said they were good at it. I'm not making fun of them. I'm not like saying they were Kiss who did it 3 years late every damn time.
That's true. The SA Slayer, South American Slayer, Prepare to Die, debut EP, very good. Slayer, former podcast subject, Show No Mercy.
Not good.
No, it's better than you remember.
I love that
It's
fucking
not.
record. That was like new wave of British heavy metal Slayer.
That's correct.
And they weren't good at it.
They
They were very good at it, I thought.
Debut album by Suicidal Tendencies, self-titled debut classic. Great song.
I Saw Your Mommy.
I Saw Your Mommy, and Your Mommy is Dead. Thin Lizzy, Thunder and Lightning. Not
Nope.
my favorite Thin
Not
Lizzy,
my
but
favorite one.
their final album.
I don't have my. I've only got the live, Jailbreak, and Black Rose, Lily Rose,
Sure.
something Rose.
Black Rose.
Black Rose.
Should have Chinatown and also.
I should, yes.
The comically terrible. Speaking of weird helmets and shit, Thor from Canada, Unchained EP, horrible.
Are
Did
they
you
as
see the
good as
Thor
are they as
documentary?
good as or better than Odin?
Not as good as Tokyo Blade, self-titled
God.
debut. That's a Don
No.
one right there.
That was a good album. I like that one.
Bernie Torme had a solo album this year, Electric Gypsies. I have never heard this.
It's
Maybe
actually
that's
really
a
good.
DMA.
It's a good album. I like
In
that one a
the
lot.
former news check, Triumph, Never Surrender. I think.
Maybe they should have.
Playing
Don?
amphitheaters coming this
That's
summer,
crazy.
man.
Somehow.
It's fucking insane.
Let's see.
I guarantee you, Groupon. That's going to be on Groupon.
We need to check the ticket sales for those.
Next two for Dawn. Twisted Sister, You Can't Stop Rock and Roll.
Incredible.
Nope.
It was great when I was in junior high school. UFO, Making Contact. No, thank you.
No, not a good UFO album.
Good album cover, though, but I don't need this album.
Every Twisted Sister album cover was good.
Pretty much. Virgin Steel has an album this year. Guardians of Flame.
Oh,
Nope.
God.
Vixen, Made in Hawaii. EP.
Nope. Made in Hawaii?
Yeah,
Wait, Vixen put out an album in 83?
that is correct.
Is that the same
With
Vixen?
Marty Freeman. That is Marty Freeman and Vixen because he looked like a chick.
Wait, really?
Yes, really.
Hmm.
Yes, really. Let's see. We're almost done. Thank God. Witchfinder General, Friends of Hell, great record, new wave of British heavy metal. Also, a little
That sounds
bit
too
of doom.
Christian.
It's not.
It sounds Christian.
It's not. Yeah, yesterday and today, Mean Streak. Solid's the one with the snake. It's all right.
Good song,
Not
though.
familiar.
Self-titled debut studio album by Zebra. Would be a
Banger
good
Town, dude.
DMA record.
Never heard anything by Zebra.
Dude, we should do a Zebra Chaser for Nick.
Maybe,
Let him
maybe.
listen to it and
Be interesting. I'll say that. And 09 headline. I don't remember this band at all.
I don't
Here's
know.
some fun, just really quick. Here's some fun minutiae about the year 1983, and then we will quickly go through Holy Diver. Yngwie Malmsteen starts performing in Steeler with Ron Keel. Horrible.
Didn't it become like Yngwie Malmsteen's Steeler at some point?
Maybe.
Or
Metallica
Steeler
fires.
featuring Yngwie?
You're doing this. I want you to do. You're doing this. I want you to do this. While I do this, Metallica fires Mustaine and hires Hammett. Mustaine forms Megadeth. Kiss ends the use of their makeup officially. Quiet Riot, Come On Feel the Noise becomes number 5 on the Billboard Hot 100 on November 19th. Mountain bassist and Cream producer Felix Popularity is shot and killed by his wife. What the fuck? Metallica and Slayer released their debut albums in the same year, Kill 'Em All and Show No Mercy. And after his song Runaway becomes a surprise hit on New York radio, John Bon Jovi forms Bon Jovi. Let us, Nick, what do you have to say about Holy Diver that you haven't already said? Maybe we want to just do the track by track.
I had something. I forgot what it was. I thought it was Salient, but I don't have it. So we'll just go through the tracks. Opens up with an abject classic, Stand Up and Shout. And here we get the other side of Ronnie James Dio. You know, half of it is rainbows and Pegasus and Minotaurs and whatever the hell Last in Line is. But then we also get him doing the I don't have anything to sing about songs, which is what Stand Up and Shout is. So he does a lot more songs about the genre than he should have. And then I think we remember. Done.
I love this song, but I feel like that Dio definitely assumed a role going into this album and going into at least this first chapter of his career where it was very anthemic. The whole album is like anthem banger. You know what I mean? Like, so he definitely had his niche like figured out going into this album. But I thought this song was really fantastic, and it's a great show opener too.
If I wasn't clear, I do really like this song.
Oh yeah, no. I knew you did, but yeah, I also saw what you were talking about, like as far as like, yeah, basically the albums or the songs started to paint the picture of his fans and the heavy metal genre in general. But banger, I love it.
Yeah, I think from Rainbow to Sabbath, Ronnie figured out that the number 3 topic for him is heavy metal, the lifestyle, the spectacle. He saw Priest do it, he saw Maiden do it. Songs about being a metalhead, songs about metal. Stand Up and Shout is about going to a show. It's literally about going to a show and having the fans sing back to him. And what a killer riff. Dio produced this record, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh, I did not notice that.
Shocking to me how good a production it is.
Dio was really good in the studio because he was
he
able
also wrote
to,
a lot on bass.
Yeah, he was also able to disassociate from himself when he was in the studio. Like he listened as a producer, not as a performer. I thought it was a great job.
He's the most humble egotist I've ever heard of.
He is. And don't make fun of him being short because he will actually threaten to kick your ass. Like a journalist. Did y'all see that clip, by the way? Yeah, beautiful.
There's a lot of really cool short metal dudes. Dio,
Schneider,
Danzig, King Diamond. King Diamond's feet don't hit the floor on the toilet.
That's amazing.
Moving on to the title track, Holy Diver. The cover art is based off this. Murray has a chain around a priest. Dio coyly says in interviews, well, maybe the priest is killing the demon. Don't judge a book by its cover. Also, don't judge a book by the words in it if they're Holy Diver. Because what the hell is this? This makes Stone Temple Pilots tracks perfectly lucid. Sounds good, though. Needs more rainbows and unicorns. Done.
Dude, he's got shiny diamonds. I mean, come on, man. You know,
Do they come any other way?
I don't know, man, but all I know is that Dio is one of the few people who can actually write songs that make absolutely no sense, and you will sing it back to them like you understand every word and that it means everything to you, but then you read it on paper and you're like, what the fuck is this?
It's like the script to Star Wars.
But I do think it's an incredible song. It
totally is.
It's a moody song, and I love that it's that kind of mid-tempo, that kind of punchy.
It's that chug. Love it.
I'm going to say something controversial. I don't need the whole minute 20 seconds intro.
That is not controversial.
No, that's not controversial.
That is correct.
It's the second track on the album. It should just go like from the keyboard part in.
They should have just started at the part of it where you can hear it.
Or at least started off with the started off with
we don't need that part where you have to we don't need the part where you have to crank your stereo up to 7 just to hear it. Just take off that 48, 49 seconds.
I don't need it.
I used to love when all we had was iTunes, and iTunes allowed you to trim a song. Do you remember that, Keefy? You could either trim songs or combine them. And I just remember trimming the fuck out of this song.
That's really cool. I didn't do
on Napster.
Great
we downloaded this, and the first one broke, but the intro is so long that I kept forgetting that 48 gigabyte file or whatever it was just the intro. So that just the intro ended up on so many mix CDs.
Yeah, it took 3 days to download.
We'll talk about no payoff. There you go.
Yeah, Dio is the sole credited writer of Holy Diver, by the way. I'm gonna tell you that like Stand Up and Shout's an amazing opener, like with that riff, and then Holy Diver is an incredible second. It's like one of the best tracks. It's one of the best songs ever in metal. Probably would be if we were doing like what are the 10 best songs in metal. It would arguably be in that 10.
Exactly.
It's unbelievable. You understand why it's the title track.
I like Rainbow in the Dark better though.
Well, okay.
I'm like, that's why when you're saying that, I'm looking at these two songs going, I don't know, man, maybe Rainbow in the Dark's that song. But you know what? We can agree that Holy Diver is an 11 out of 10. That's a full Spinal Tap 11.
This goes to 11.
It's one louder.
When you get that good, you got to tuck it back. You can't swing for the fence every time. So now we have Gypsy. Okay. Gypsy is a song on the record. Done.
Oh.
I love Gypsy. It's kind of an unsung song. Like I don't know that he even really ever did it.
It
live.
is unsung because I don't think he ever sang it again.
Yeah, I don't think they ever performed it live. But I do like the song, but it's not one that I would go to just to listen to on its own. In context with the sequencing, I think it's great.
Yeah, I agree. It's in the right place on the album. Shows off Vivian Campbell. Again, we don't really talk about him. What was the band he was in from Ireland? The Irish New
Oh,
wave
the
of British Savage, Sweet Savage.
Sweet Savage, yes.
So like Sweet Savage is very under heralded. Metallica covered them on the on an early cover. And he was an incredible rhythm and lead player, obviously. And I think Gypsies is actually a pretty good song. It's not great. It's definitely a step down from the first two, but it's not terrible at all. It's
I
good.
agree.
Well, speaking of stepping down and taking a step back, Caught in the Middle. Again, this is a song on the record. We are in the soft ass underbelly. Done.
So yeah, this got a little soft to me. Caught in the middle. It kind of reminded me of like that those couple of tunes on the Sabbath albums where you were just like, why did they do this one? Like,
Oh yeah,
I,
the soft underbelly on like Mob Rules.
what was the one song like the I can't see, it's even forgettable. It was like not giving it away. It was
Hang on, I am
slipping
looking up.
away, slipping away, slipping away. Like those kind of songs where I'm just like, yeah, I think they just used it to weigh the album evenly.
Oh, and Country Girl. And Over and Over.
Oh, I like Country Girl though, but over and
Country
over,
Girl
not
is a
so much.
classic. What are you talking about?
Country Girl is fantastic.
It is not.
It is.
Oh yeah, Country Girl's good.
Also,
Especially that live version.
E5150 was 3 minutes long. Why did they do that?
Well, they used it as their show intro, but they shouldn't have put it on an album. I mean, I don't know.
Not for 3 damn minutes. And it's back to Holy Diver. I mean, we could have left off Caught in the Middle and had a perfectly good 35-minute record.
Agreed. That I don't disagree with. This Caught in the Middle is not a good song. It's
Well,
the worst.
let's-
It's the weak song on the whole album to me.
Yeah, that was
yeah.
definitely the worst. Yeah, but let's go ahead and finish it out strong, like you're supposed to. Don't talk to strangers. Ronnie James Dio giving you life advice. This is before the "Do you know where your kids are" ad campaign. Ronnie James Dio helping the parents. Done.
Love it. Love it. This is one of those songs that I feel like became like an understated Dio classic. You know, like there's always going to be fans of the surface parts of bands, and then there's going to be the deeper cuts. This was always a deep cut that I remember fans just absolutely loving. And this is an incredible song. And by the way, Jorn Lande did an incredible cover of this one as well.
Apropos of nothing, I think Ozzy Osbourne is having a good dream on the couch behind Don.
He is, man. Do you see him over here? He's over here geeking out. He's like,
he's smelling dog butts in his dreams. It's no secret that I did not love Dio for a long time. I love Ozzy. I hated that they fired him. I begrudgingly went back and listened to Heaven and Hell and Mob Rules, and they are classics and stone bangers. And Dio, I'm not trying to compare Ozzy the singer to Dio the singer. I'm just saying that the Ozzy with Sabbath is much better, superior by far, even with the great Dio albums. That being said, Don't Talk to Strangers for the longest time has been my Dio go-to song, my favorite Dio solo song. I love this song. It's understated. It's beautifully done, wonderfully sung. And he wrote it all by himself. Again, big ups. I know that everybody goes to the hits, and I go to the deep cuts, and I like George is my favorite Beatle, because like that's me.
I have to just echo that one more time. Is that it is really a go-to song. It's easily in top 5 for me.
Let's flip the record. And again, Dio shoots straight out the gate, straight through your heart. This is Dio at his most powerful. This is the Dio scream, which we hadn't had a whole lot of leading up to this. This is Dio shaking his fist in defiance, saying, "I slayed Elf, I slayed Rainbow, I slayed Black Sabbath. Now I'm going straight through your heart. I have to aim high to get there." Done.
Again, one of those fucking songs that anytime it comes on, like I literally have to stop whatever I'm doing and just, I don't know, air guitar, throw horns, headbang. Like it's a natural occurrence when you listen to certain Dio songs, and this is one of them. So absolute banger.
Yeah, man, I totally agree. I love this song. And it definitely starts side 2 like with a little emphasis, right? A little vroom.
Little nuke lelouch.
Yeah.
Announcing side 2 with authority. Speaking of not doing that, Invisible. What a great title for a song that doesn't know what the hell it is and never does anything well. Don.
So, not my favorite song, but when I interviewed Vinny Appice, he did give me a really good piece of trivia though. That hissing you hear at the beginning of the song, they actually pulled a tire off of someone's vehicle in the studio parking lot, took it into the studio, punched a hole in it with a condenser mic over it, and just slowed it down. So basically, they were letting air out of someone's tire.
So it was Running with the Devil.
Oh, really?
No, Running with the Devil. Boom, boom, boom,
Bum,
boom.
bum. Oh, yeah.
That was car horns.
Something about cars back then, and even in the 90s, what was it? Steve Gorman from the Black Crowes for the intro of Thick and Thin actually revved his car up and drove it into a dumpster behind the studio.
Well, he probably wasn't high or drunk.
What a
Well,
jackass.
he was, but he also said that because he knew he was going to get a new car with the advance the band was getting. So,
As you do when you're a
yeah,
rock star.
seriously.
A rock
It's
star
like
thing.
you know what we all know what David Lee Roth did when he drove up to the meeting to sign the record contract.
Cocaine.
Yes, but I mean after the meeting.
Horse.
Also cocaine and horse. No, he probably had his dealer grab him a whore and pick him up because he just left his car at the meeting. He's like, I don't need it.
Oh, absolutely.
Fantastic. Invisible, good song, a little too long. I don't need 5 minutes and 30 seconds of this. But it's a good song.
I think
Take out
that's a good point.
the 90-second pointless sensitive intro, and this song's not terrible.
Yeah.
Moving on to Rainbow in the Dark. Now,
Ooh.
I feel like this is a good time for us to talk about Ronnie James Dio and his master lyricism. Anybody else thinking about that? And those sexy ass words he comes up with?
No.
When there's lightning, it always brings me down.
'Cause it's free, and I see that it's me.
Who is
who's
lost and never found.
Let me do this. I'm doing a dramatic reading. I cry out for magic. I feel dancing in the light. It was cold. I lost my hold to the shadows of the night. You know what? Actually, that's kind of lucid. Does it get crazier later? Oh, there we go. There we go. No sign of the morning coming. You've been left on your own, like a rainbow in the dark. How would you even see, or how would you even have a rainbow in the dark? So this is now a metaphor. You being left on a mountain by yourself on the Himalaya, on Mount Everest to die at 3 a.m. You are just a metaphor for the rainbow that's not happening. Done.
So I think what Dio was saying was that regardless of how much you are ignored and overlooked, that you will still shine. So even though you're the underdog, you're the castaway, you're one of Dio's children. So if you're nothing to somebody, to Aunt Ronnie, you're a rainbow. You're beautiful.
You know what?
And I
There's actually
smoke a-
not.
And I eat a lot of edibles. So
There's actually
like,
not a whole lot of words to this song.
also little bit of not trivia, but I'm sure you guys noticed too, is if you ever seen the video for Rainbow in the Dark, it only has Dio and Campbell in the band. No, I think Bane pops in and makes an appearance, but that's it. And then the video is credited to Ronnie James Dio, not Dio.
Oh, this isn't the real. It's a lyric video. Come on, who did this? I know. Why is there a lyric video of this? I just want the regular video. No.
Yeah, the regular video just has him and Bane and
Oh,
Campbell.
because I googled lyrics. That's my bad. Sorry.
And like I said, I do
Nick doing
remember.
my favorite thing ever. Looking
Clack,
it up
clack,
live
clack.
on the show. Clack, clack, clack. When you
Clack,
should
clack,
have this
clack.
ready.
Clack, clack, clack.
Be at least as prepared as Don was for all of Queensryche. That's my challenge to you for the rest of this
All
series.
right. Okay.
Unless you don't give a shit anymore, and we can stop doing this anytime you want to. It's your show.
What are we doing?
I don't know. Rainbow in the Dark, Don.
I love it. I mean, it's iconic. It's got that singable keyboard intro, which is absolutely epically cheesy, but I mean, it's a banger song, man. It's like probably most of us our age is the first time we heard Dio.
For me, it was actually a little bit later. It was Last in Line.
Yeah, I can see. Yeah.
You're a little older than
I
I
would
am.
say this was the first time I gave Dio a chance, and it was great. Nick, did you find the thing you were looking for to make a point on?
I just wanted to see the video.
Oh, did you find it?
I did, and it's
Is it good?
ridiculous.
It's redonkulous.
It's not even. It's
So the one
it's
when he's on
not
top of the
even as
roof.
good as Don said.
He's on top of the roof by himself going, "You've been left on your own."
How do you get
But-
up there with a huge ladder, a cherry
But
picker,
then there's the
Very
ridiculous.
hot air
carefully.
balloon?
There's the
Very
ridiculous.
He's
There's
like
the
a little
ridiculous
kid, and
English
they gave him
guy.
a bunch of balloons.
Gave him a bunch of helium balloons and he was like, "You've been left on your own."
There's also the ridiculous English dude in glasses that's like looking at everything, and I'm like, what the hell? So I just like watch it and fast forward. I mean,
By the way, this was a very thematic thing back then because if you like, especially when they were bands that were kind of like busting in England, like if you watch the earlier Twisted Sister videos, they're all in England and they all feature that same English guy with glasses whose glasses crack from the volume of the heavy metal music. Yeah,
Yeah.
the smoke
Yeah.
comes out of the headphones.
yeah, I've seen Breaking the Law too.
Same thing
So
with the hardboard guitar.
if there was a hardboard, good reference there. If there was a song that was like summed up Dio's whole personality, it is absolutely Rainbow in the Dark.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's the most covered Dio song solo. It's always covered not well, actually, because most people can't sing it, because it is hard to sing. I've tried. And it's just a banger. I don't.
You know,
I would say like after like 40 years, that's his whole personality is swords and demons and wizards and Lord of the Rings shit, which I love. At least he was more accurate about that shit than Robert Plant and Jimmy Page. But like, who I love. But like,
I think he did less drugs.
he did no drugs.
Well,
Really?
he smoked a lot of weed.
Not
He
all
smoked
the
weed.
time. Barely.
No, not all the time, but he was definitely a pot smoker. But
He
not,
was
not
the
like
least high person of most situations he was in. And a
Oh,
lot
yeah.
of his dismay is about drugs.
Yeah.
Why did Dio happen? Because he didn't like how fucked up Tony was mixing the live album.
Mm-hmm.
That's why there's Dio. That's why he walked out.
Yeah.
Like if Richie Blackmore is an insufferable tool sober, how do you think he is gacked out on coke? Bad. Down bad,
Gonna
right?
be terrible.
As the kids say. So like just put that together. Ronnie liked to toke and but not party.
He loved wine. He was a big wine guy.
He was not a partier.
Yeah, that's the thing, is that Dio was very much like an after hours partaker of weed and wine and drink. Like he never hit the stage drunk, never drank on stage. Didn't
Like
drink
Geezer
before.
Butler says he did.
Well, Geezer Butler was also an Aussie bootlicker, but that's a whole other story.
Geezer is an unreliable narrator because he was high as a giraffe dick.
Yeah,
the whole time.
I'm sorry, but like
In
I buy that.
1968, so about 10 years ago.
I was about to say everything was a blur, and actually, Geezer Butler's entire autobiography usually starts with, "Well, from what I can remember,"
Yes,
or "I
yes.
think."
But he
think at
also
that
would
time, I
say-
seem to recall.
But he would also say in every story, I didn't really use that much drugs
Yeah.
or drink that much.
Oh my
compared to
god!
Ozzy and Tony, right? Yeah, always.
Yeah, which is
Ozzy
basically
and Tony and Bill were horrible, but I was a responsible drug taker.
in Black Sabbath. Like
In-
outside of Black Sabbath, you were a fucking junkie. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? Like it's just
Well,
Well, that was
also
why he
explain-
quit Sabbath, because he's like, yeah, I got to stop this because I'm going to die.
Explain
Yeah.
your choices to us, Terry Geezer Butler.
seriously.
Oh,
And how
also, I
many times did
realized
he
I tried to
rejoin
do
Black Sabbath?
Holy Diver at karaoke once. I was told if you can't hit the notes, just growl it. Yeah, that was a long 6 minutes.
That's bad advice.
I will
Anytime.
tell you that I absolutely
drunk.
I will fight you if you don't love the Kill Switch Engage metalcore cover of
Incredible.
the video. Is
Howard
incredible.
Jones?
Howard Jones.
Howard Jones fucking crushed it.
killed
Like,
it. And then
so
I saw
good.
him and Jesse do it together at a show.
Ah, now see, I would have
never
liked
heard
to have
it.
seen that.
Never heard it.
Never
It
heard
was a
it.
really well done
Never heard
cover.
it. It was popular on MTV during like the end of their video days.
I don't even know when that was.
Oh, I'll send the video to you. You'll pee yourself with laughter.
I probably won't watch it.
That's a
I don't
shame.
like Killswitch Engage.
It's a terrible shame. Killswitch series next year. Killswitch series next year, only by me on my own.
That was like the
podcast.
most sadistic laugh I've ever heard Keefy do. He was like,
Let's finish this thing up with Shame on the Night. This is a title that wait, no, that's a different one. Yeah, this is a song. It comes after Rainbow in the Dark, and this is like sobering up at the end of the night. Don.
I love this song. I mean, dude, come on. Shame on the night for places I've been and what I've seen, for giving me the strangest dreams. Like, I don't know. I mean, to me, it's just,
Pot.
I don't know, it's prolific Dio. I mean, like, I just think it's a great song. Do I think it's the best song on the album? No, but goddamn, if Dio had a hand in sequencing this album, which I'm pretty sure he did, it was sequenced absolutely perfect. Because at this point, we've already forgotten the two songs that we thought were not as good as the rest of the album. This is going out big. I love this one.
It's a lot better than the other songs I did not enjoy.
Fair enough. Shame on the Night, goofy title and lyrics aside, great song. We didn't talk about Bane. Jimmy's importance to Ronnie, his trust in him, sort of also kind of a quasi arranger helper, live and things. Jimmy absolutely, earned his writing credits on here.
I don't think people ever realize how important he was in the Dio canon, or that initial lineup. I mean, coming from Rainbow and then having that long break in Sabbath and then coming back to Dio. And if you listen to what the guy does too, like total understated player. I mean, like in the pocket though.
Yeah,
I'd go one farther and say that I don't think anybody really rates anybody that was in Dio's band ever. It was just Dio.
Not true. I think they did that with Campbell. Like everybody was like, Campbell. I mean, Campbell kind of became a metal guitar god.
He did his best work in Dio, that's for sure.
Oh, absolutely.
I want to say also that I think that bass tone from Bane is very, like, I think Megadeth got a lot of stuff from this record. Just better, faster, heavier, sicker guitar, but like a lot of the bright bass.
I was gonna say it's that like clunky top E playing towards the back, like it's that.
It's the bright, high action bass playing. Like Ellefson is heavy because he's got the pick and the thumb like the Fish.
Yeah.
From Yes, Chris Squire, but same kind of aesthetic, same kind of production sound. The first Megadeth records sound like this. He sells kind of sounds a little like this. So just saying, not the composition, but like the production,
right?
The mix and the production.
I wanted to quickly go through the previous podcast subject, live in Fresno track list.
Sure.
Stand Up and Shout, Straight Through the Heart, Shame on the Night, Children of the Sea, Holy Diver, Heaven and Hell, Rainbow in the Dark, Man on the Silver Mountain, Starstruck, and Don't Talk to Strangers. So he played all the good songs off this record and Shame on the Night, along with his biggest hits with Rainbow and Black Sabbath. And
you need to go fuck yourself, Nick.
Shut the fuck up, Tom. If you think about just that set list, though, Dio had a hand in all of it. And these are some of the all-time classics written with all-time classic players. And
it was pretty ballsy of him to do all those songs from these other bands he was in. Like he could have just went out and just did Dio. So that's like a tremendous flex of him.
He did. I mean, he did Ozzy with Sabbath, so why not do Rainbow with Dio?
I guess.
Yeah, but I think the other thing too is I think it also kind of showed, especially coming out of Sabbath, that he was still had a certain level of pride to the songs that he actually contributed on. You know what I mean? And so like I feel like that,
or he realized how great Heaven and Hell is.
But can we also just talk about how fucking crazy it is that for a dude's first album that he live was an anthology? Do you know what I mean? Like the guy had like enough material from previous bands and his that he basically was able to create an anthology set list as a
This is
headliner.
literally his 9th album, and he did nothing from Elf.
No.
Which, thank you. Thank you for not doing anything
Oh,
from
dude,
Elf.
that Elf debut is awesome.
You are drunk.
It's so good, dude.
Anything else for this week, gentlemen?
Uh, I got to take a defensive driving course to get a discount on my insurance. Okay, yay me.
Sorry, I was clickety clacking, so I had
Thank you for the
my
congrats,
mute.
guys.
I had my mute on. It's
Good
not really
stuff,
a
Don.
congratulations. I mean, was it?
I am 53 years old and I don't know how to drive. Maybe this is the year. I say
You're
that every year.
lucky.
It's very anxiety inducing.
It's
For
too
me.
costly. I wish I
If
didn't have to drive.
that's a wrap, I'll take us home. It's my turn.
Let's do it.
All right.
Oh, no, oh yeah, go ahead. I was trying to find a Ronnie James Dio Peoria set list.
I was too.
I was, oh
That's
my
what
God,
I was just doing.
I was looking for one
Aw.
also, and I typed in setlist.fm. I put Dio Peoria, and nothing came up.
Yeah, no, I have one, but it's not 83. That's just,
Apparently, there was a tour where he did there. So,
Sacred Heart 86.
well, a specific Peoria 1983 set list isn't readily available in the
fucking
snippets.
AI.
Dio's
is terrible.
1983 tours.
I got.
You're
it.
likely to have heard all the songs we talked about already.
All the and a keyboard solo, guitar solo, and drum solo.
That's
None of
Guitar
which I
solo,
need
tremendous.
Technically, the keyboard guy doesn't end up in the band until officially a couple years later, and then he was behind the curtain.
Yeah.
Claude
Robert
Schnell.
Mason.
Yeah.
behind the curtain for a couple of years. Then
How
they just
can
let
you
him come
be
out.
the keyboard player for Dio? I mean, I would like to have seen the meeting where they got together and
They
went,
were until Van Halen 1984.
right, but I
Keyboards
would have liked
were
to have I would have
considered-
liked to have heard
If
this
you had a
meeting.
synthesizer in metal, you were considered a wimp.
It's not like
They
it was
didn't-
hidden.
Well, you know what the funny thing was that for that first tour, when the venues and the stage production was a little smaller, he was off the stage. But then
Right.
when they did the
Did the
Last in
85
Line
tour.
tour, they had him up on the highest platform you could put him on, and you couldn't see him. So they were like, "We'll let you on the stage, but we don't want anyone to be able to see
But
you."
seriously, there's so much keyboard in all the stuff he's ever done. You're just gonna like hide him, and we're gonna be like, "Whoa, that bass sounds weird."
Dude, I'm sorry, but
Sorry.
it's kind of hard to be a rock star named Claude.
I don't think so. I think Claude
Could
is
be
a fucking-
Claude. Could be
Claude
Claude
is a very-
Schnell. Actually,
Claude Claude
Claude.
Schnell is a goth as fuck name.
I
Hey,
actually
guess
don't know what his I don't know what his background was
German.
either. So, oh, okay.
Guess what, Schnell? Guess what? Chicken butt. You've been listening to the Glacially Musical Podcast. I'm your co-host Keefy from GhostCultMag.com. Check us out on all the things at GhostCultMag, at GhostCultKeefy. I'm joined, as always, by the second host, Don, from Talking the Talk with Don in Southeast of Heaven. And, of course, the host and founding genius of Glacially Musical, Nick Aloysius Cameron III. He is here always. We are back next week with some more Dio before a chaser. If you're new here, please like and subscribe. Grateful for anybody that listens. And as we say every week at this juncture of the show, it's the Glacially Musical Podcast. It does not play in Peoria, but Dio finally played in Peoria. Unfortunately, on the Sacred Heart Tour in June 29th, 1986 at the Peoria Civic Center.
I've been there.
I have not in Peoria.
I bet you have.
Tony Twist's number is retired there.
I don't. Sports reference at the end that Don will never get. Okay, cool.
And Kelly Chase.
See you next week.